Hey, and how's it going? Baker here. I just want to give you a quick tour of what I've been doing in Satisfactory. We'll just walk through it real quick, I suppose. Over here is the little power generation plant that I made, which I don't really use much anymore. Over here is where I'm making concrete. It goes up into this dimensional depot, so I always have some on hand. And then it gets lifted up there to make some steel. Let's fly up there and look. Bam. Alright, yeah, we got some steel production here, making pipes, it looks like. Those pipes come down here into Coppertown, and we're making some rotors. Got everything labeled nicely. So those come up into these two creator thingies, I forget their name, assemblers. And they're creating rotors and stators in to make the motors over there. Then I got other various copper things coming out here being produced. Up here, oh no, I ran out of juice. Let's get up here. How do I get up there? Oop. Doop, 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 doop. Alright. Up here is a cool little building I made, and it's just producing metal plates and rods and screws. Doesn't look like it's producing anything right now because it's full. But yeah, I'll never run out of those things as long as this building is running. So I figured I'd close it up and just let it be here forever. This portion here is just smelters that are not in use. All this right here makes reinforced plates. You can see them going into these assemblers. Everything up top is making screws and rods. And out this comes, what are we making out here? I don't even remember anymore. What are we making? Oh yeah, smart plating. And then we got plastic coming in over here. So these are all the ingredients to create these modular frames up here. Let's see, these guys. 2 motors, plastic, 2 smart plating. And then I need to do adaptive controls. That's the next, that is what I have to tackle next. And it's gonna be a lot of work. All right. Here's my little network. I'll show you oil, fuel, and plastics. It's where the plastic and rubber is coming from. Let's speed this up. All right, here we are. This is where my plastic and some power generation is happening. I got some liquid fuel generators. So we got oil coming in. That machine over there pumps oil and it brings it over here. You can tell because it's got the black oil line. This guy here. So that's what feeds these machines. And then a byproduct of making fuel is some plasticky stuff. That shit right there. And I can use that to make plastics. But the fuel comes down this way. And it goes over here. And this is a packager, so the plastics get created into canisters over here, this way. And then them come this way, get filled. So here's empty canisters. And they get filled and come this way into this canister. And then I got a dimensional depot, so I'll never run out of fuel. I always have some like right in my inventory, right here. So if I ever run out, I can just grab it. Bam, and then it'll just start filling back up. And that comes here and it gets shipped to the fuel gets shipped to the main factory plant above me. And that's what keeps the trucks going, basically. And the whole point of the trucks, this situation, is to take the plastic and the rubber over to the main factory plant. Alright, onward. Here we go. And I'll skip this and speed it up. All right, I'm back. I absolutely love the hyper tubes. It's just super fun. Let's go check out my power. This is where I get my power from. I'll speed this up too. We don't need to watch this every time. Oh, whoa. Alright, so this is basically where all my fuel... This is all gas, or steam powered, coal and steam. This is what's basically running everything. So let's see, I got 8, 12, 16 coal generators. And this is actually where the coal is coming from. It's getting shipped out on trucks to the main plant. And that's how I'm getting steel created, because I don't have any coal over by the main plant. So it's feeding out of these miners up here into all these coal plants and taking some over to the main factory. Very fun. Alright, onward. Alright, here we are. The last place I think is interesting, and I want to show you, I guess it's probably over here. And this is where I got all my steel, and it's got an independent power source too, or it did. It's all my steel production going into dimensional depots, and it's creating encased steel beams, which gives me Mark IV belts and lifts and everything. Up there is just a minor Caterium operation. It's not really doing much. Alright, so this is my steel plant, and when I was really proud of this when I learned how to run a manifold really well. So this is dual manifolds, both sides, and then I got concrete coming in, being packaged. And this is all going and being created into dimensional depot. So what do I got in here? Yeah, lots of encased steel beams, and some room to build some more stuff. So what we'll do is go fly up and get a big overview, and that'll be the end of the video. And I just wanted to show it off to a couple friends. So if you've seen this, I consider you one of my friends. Thanks for that. You're good people. Here we go. I will speed this up. Alright, here I am. What I want to do is just an overview. So let's fly up and just get a look at everything. I want more buildings like that. I think it's cool. So here's Coppertown, making steel plates. Up there is some SAM being mined. Caterium, steel beams, power plant. This is a wonderful game. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. That's all. Appreciate it. Have a good one.